Welcome back to PlayStation Corner. My name is Alex and today we're diving back into the PSN sales covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. My previous two deals videos still very much live and a whole lot of AAAs. Check them out in the pinned comment down below. Today though, we're going to be taking a look at the more budget, that's 10 titles coming in under $10 or your local currency. So with that luck, hit subscribe, join our growing PlayStation family and let's get started. As always then, we do have a winner to announce for a $10 PSN gift card later in the video and one more to give away. Now all you need to do to enter, drop a comment down below and the winner they'll be announced in the next video. Huntdown then to kick us off, and this one's for the run and gun fans out there, a side-scrolling action platformer. You get to choose one of 3 characters and your job, take down a number of gangs that are overrunning these streets. A lot of the designs in here, they give me the Warriors vibes for anyone that's seen that movie, but the pixel animation and gore, it is near perfect. It's absolutely fist scroll though this one, the game can for sure be tough and there's some towering boss moments in here. It even leans into the modern at points with a few almost think cover mechanics. Good stuff though, and it has a quality soundtrack backing it up. It's a new low price then, 60% off. A short hike then while I'm on the more retro style, but this is 3D with a pixelated edge. That heavy pixelation then as well, it can be smoothed out in the options if you do prefer. It's not going to be for everyone. If you want something relaxed, so this is quality stuff. The story, it revolves around a vacation and scaling a mountain in the centre, or telling the story of, let's say, getting over some family issues. There's a few side activities in here, but the main bulk of the game, it's exploration, meet the locals and then collect feathers that will help you climb further. It really is something special though, it's well worth the price, but just know, as the name suggests, it is short, maybe I'd say an hour or two. I've played through it though a fair few times since release, and it's a new low price, 25% off. Avicii Invector then is for the music fans out there. The late artist worked on this one personally, and I really enjoyed its spin on rhythm games. It throws you into a futuristic world and you'll race down a 3-lane track that eventually rotates, lining up the beats of the music with on-screen symbols. Naturally, if you're not into Avicii's music though, it's not going to be for you. It's all you get here, but I found it absolutely addictive. There's even a few, let's say, free flying sections to a certain extent that are pretty nice, and then a small percentage of each sale of this one, it goes to Avicii's charity, which is always going to be a good thing. It's a new low price then, 60% off. Kona then is a first-person narrative-driven adventure that leans somewhat into a dash of horror and reminds me of a snow-covered variation almost of Firewatch. Here though, it's the 70s and you find yourself in northern Canada. You are a detective, you're investigating surreal events, but it will eventually combine with a battle against the elements for survival. There is some minor combat in here though, technically it can actually be avoided entirely, and then the rest exploration and environmental puzzles. I loved the visual style though and the world and its unusual kind of village. It for sure captured the imagination of what could be happening here. It's a new low price then, 80% off, making it a steal, but those with the VR headset may want to wait because there's also a VR bundle that hits sales occasionally too. A Plague Tale: Innocence then is a title that hit PS Plus thanks to a free PS5 upgrade, but if you missed it when it was free, you can't really go wrong here with 75% off. The game's honestly good enough to get recommended as well, it's easily worth the mention. It's just this unique world and it's a third-person action adventure. The DualSense implementation with this one then was a letdown for me. It's nothing special though, but visually it's definitely a nice upgrade alongside the locked frame rate. Story wise then, it's kind of like stealth gameplay I guess. You're on the run from the Inquisition who wants to kill you and your brother. There's basically also then a whole lot of plague-filled rats chasing after you. Get the full details below in my review though. I'm excited now to see what the upcoming sequel delivers. Lost at Sea then is a title I picked up because, well, honestly it was cheap and it was for the PS5, so it's always nice to check out kind of those early experiences for a new generation. This one tells the story of Anna though, a woman who is reflecting on her past, looking to move forward basically by looking backwards. To do this though, we find ourselves on a mysterious island where each biome here, it reflects a different period in our lives. It's not bad, I'd call it kind of average honestly if anything, but I got my money's worth from it. The visuals, they do a decent job, the setup is strong too. It just kind of unravels unfortunately towards the end game. Watch a few reviews first though, this one was polarizing with critics. Spirit of the North, then I reviewed the enhanced edition, so if that takes your fancy, check it out in the pinned comment below. But we get both the PS4 build and the PS5 build on sale, both for 60% off, but the PS5, it had a slightly higher price to begin with. The upgrade as well, I wouldn't call it anything groundbreaking, as you will see in my video. That said though, it's a fun little exploration game that has you traversing a Nordic-inspired world. You'll be learning about a civilization though that once was and uncovering their secrets. Overall though, some fun little puzzle moments, and I did enjoy the speed of the game's playable fox. I'd say for those that want something maybe a little bit more chill, this may be a good way to go. Heading into the final 3 games of the week then, we're starting with Cloudpunk. Now this one, it's a cyberpunk narrative adventure. The concept: explore this world in a flying car, and you've just started a new job that gets you into all sorts of trouble. That job, you just started a gig with Cloudpunk Delivery, a semi-legal company that will make sure your package gets where it needs to be no matter what the content is. Your rules basically do not look or ask about the package. Now things, they naturally take a turn for the worse, and you'll find yourself meeting all sorts of unique individuals. I wouldn't come here for action, there's really none here, it's more about that exploration, but I enjoyed its world building, and it's got this unique, almost blocky visual style that really worked for me. It's a new low price then, 60% off. Our penultimate game of the video then, HyperBrawl Tournament. I love this game, I grew up on Speedball, an important part of my youth, and this captured some of that magic. It's a future sport concept where you throw a ball around aiming for the opposition's goal, but you can also curve that ball in midair or simply beat down on your opponents. The arenas as well, they change throughout gameplay. It's fast paced, so packs a clean visual style, and generally, yeah, I feel like this is a genre that's kind of been a little bit forgotten. It's packing then single player, tournaments and multiplayer, both local and online. I got addicted though, and I hope it goes from strength to strength because I'd love to see it get a sequel. So our winner of the video then, it's going to Metal Mark 64, who was trying to decide between Terminator or Chivalry 2. I'd go Chivalry personally, a whole lot more game for your cash there, and they are supporting it with constant updates. I enjoyed both though, covered them both here on the channel. I think they are great choices, even if Terminator gets a hard time outside of its cult following. Congrats though Mark, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance to win in the next video. Our final game of the video then, Darkest Dungeon Ancestral Edition, with 85% off, a masterpiece of a game and a steal of a price. A gothic roguelike with turn-based combat. It's focusing not only on dungeon crawling and going to war, but managing almost the stress involved with it all as well. I would watch a full review because there's a lot going on here. It's just not an easy game either. Your team's going to die near constantly, but it's absolutely going to be worth that commitment. This edition then, it packs a ton of content. That's the Colour of Madness DLC, the Crimson Court DLC, the Musketeer DLC, and then the Shield Breaker DLC as well. This is everything from new regions, to modes, to trinkets, to bosses, to enemies. The content amount here is just crazy stuff, and it will keep you busy for a long time. A must-play title though, and hopefully the sequel hits consoles as well. It's currently in early access on PC. And that's another week down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week, or are you holding onto that cash? With that then, hit subscribe, join our growing PlayStation family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.